Hi guys, Em here. So we're going to do a 45-minute bar class today using 1 kilo weights. If you don't have weights, you can just use anything you find in your cupboard, maybe a can of chickpeas, or you can just use no weights at all, same exercises. Okay, so let's get started. Just pop the weights just down to one side, and we're going to come into the center of your mat. We can take a bend through both legs, take a nice big inhale, reach both arms up. Slow bend to the knees, you take hold of your right wrist, lift up and over side, bend towards that left side. Inhale, bring it back to center, take hold of your left wrist, lift up and over side, bend towards the right side. And then making this a little bit bigger, take hold of your right wrist once more, lift up and over that side, bend all the way down, sweeping towards our toes, take a bend through both legs, inhale. Exhale, slowly ripple and roll all the way up to standing. Again, inhale, reach both arms up, taking hold of the left wrist, lift up and over side, bend towards the right, folding forward and down, take a big inhale, bending through both knees. As you exhale, slowly ripple and roll all the way up to standing. And just taking a nice roll back of the shoulders. We're just going to turn side on, take a big inhale, reach both arms up, palms are touching. Exhale, we're going to fold forward and down towards the floor, hands to floor. Inhale with a halfway lift. Step back, find your full plank position. Shift forward on your toes, dropping down to your knees, mount your pelvis, mount your chest, down towards the floor. And then taking your hands either side of the mat, take a little lift up the chest, drop opposite shoulder down towards the wrist. Inhale to lift. Exhale, drop opposite shoulder to wrist. Inhale to lengthen. So mobilizing for the chest, to the spine here as you lower and lift. Let's go for 2 more. 1 more both sides. And then putting your hands alongside your ribcage for your baby cobra. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale, float it down. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, float it down. Pressing onto your knees, tuck your toes, send your hips back up to sky, finding downward facing dog. Have a slow pad through your legs, bending one knee and then the other. Pressing your sit bones up towards the ceiling. 4 more, for 3. Last 2, lifting both heels. Let's lift, round, roll forward. Find your full plank. Lift, press back, down dog. Lift, round, roll forward. Find your line. Lift, press back, down dog. Exhale, 3 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last 2, inhale, forward. Shoulders over wrists and back. Last time, we're going to stay forward, lifting your right arm up. Keep your left hand in the center of the mat. Side plank over towards that right side. Coming down through center. Lift the left arm up high towards the ceiling and down. Coming down to your knees if you need to, as a modification here. Little lift up and twist. Let's go 4 more. Staying nice and strong. 4, 3 and twist. Last 2 and twist. The last one, hips straight back up to sky. Find your down dog. Take a pad through those legs for 4, for 3, 2. Bending your right knee. Right toes go high to the sky. Just watch anything that's behind you. Bend your knee, open the hip. Look into your right shoulder. Sway hip back up again. Take a big inhale. Exhale, squeeze that knee towards the nose. Take a tiger curl. Inhale, lengthen it long. Exhale, squeeze and round through your spine. Inhale to lengthen. If you'd like to come down to your opposite knee, on this one, you can do exactly the same exercise, just down here on your knee. Otherwise, let's go for 2 more like this. Last time, let's look between your hands, step your right foot through, reach your right arm nice and high towards that ceiling. Find the twist towards your bent leg. And then exhale, pressing the right hand back behind you, circle it forward. 2 more like this, back behind you and forward. Last time, plant your right hand down towards the floor, kick back, find your down dog. Take a big inhale, shift around, roll forward, find your high plank, press back, down dog. 2 more, inhale, forward, exhale, back. Last time, inhale, forward, exhale, back. Start by padding back through your feet for 4, 3, 2, bending your left knee this time, left toes go nice and high towards the sky. Same thing, bend your knee over the hip, look into your left shoulder. Sway back up again, take a big inhale, exhale, squeeze knee to nose, take the tiger curl, inhale, lengthen it long. Exhale, squeeze around through your spine, inhale to lengthen. Same thing, coming down to your knee of the opposite leg if you like. Otherwise, let's go for 2 more. On this last one, look between your hands, step your left foot through, reach your left arm high towards the ceiling. Sinking low between the legs, looking up at your left hand. Exhale, circle the arm right behind you, reach it forward. Circle it back, stretch it forward. Last time, plant it down. Take a nice step back, find your downward facing dog. Drop both knees down towards the floor, taking your cat-cows, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, lift the chest up high to ceiling. Exhale, rounding through, get back, allow the head to hang nice and heavy, making some space in between your shoulder blades. Inhale, reversing through, shine that heart up to ceiling. Exhale, tuck your tailbone round at the back, allow the head to hang heavy. One more like this, inhale, lift. Exhale, rounding through. Then come into the neutral spine position, so head's facing forward, tailbone's back behind you. We're going to hover your right hand, left leg, and lift those limbs as far away as you can from each other. Keeping your back nice and steady, squeezing knee towards your elbow. Inhale, we're going to lengthen. Exhale, we're going to squeeze in. So think about palms facing down towards the floor on the way out, and flipping palm to nose on the way in. Inhale to reach, exhale to squeeze. Let's go for 3 more like this, staying nice and steady, neutral spine position. The last 2. Last one, can lift and hold. Thumbs facing towards the sky, lowering down, lifting back up, in line with hip and shoulder, and up. Take it down, lift it up. So think about pressing the opposite shin bone, your hand down towards the floor to stabilize yourself. Let's go for 3 more, and low. Last 2, inhale, low. Last one, lift and hold, little tiny pulses up and up. Pressing out through your shoulder and your glutes. Let's go for 4, for 3. Last 2, keep your back leg lifted, right hand back down towards the mat. Tuck your right toe, right knee just off the mat. Take little pulses down and down. Let's go for 4, for 3. Last 2, and 1. Lowering all the way back down. Take the other side when you're ready. Floating your left hand and your right leg. Let's extend those limbs nice and long. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze knee towards your elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to squeeze. Keeping everything else nice and steady. Just those limbs that are moving. Palm facing down towards the floor. Flip up towards your nose. Squeeze in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to squeeze. 2 more like this. Nice and steady through your spine. Last time, let's lift and hold. Thumb facing towards the ceiling, lowering down. Lifting up in line with hip and shoulder. Lower and lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to press away. Down and lift. Keep breathing here. Keep the back of your neck nice and high towards the ceiling in line with your spine. 3 more. Last 2. Last one, lift and hold. Little tiny pulses up and up. So lift out through your shoulder, out through your glutes. Let's go for 3, for 2, 1. Keep your back leg lifted. Left hand back down towards the floor. Tuck your left toe, left knee just off the mat. Little pulses down and down. Keep that right leg extended. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering both legs down. Tucking your toes, send your hips back up towards the sky. Find a down dog. Have a pad through those legs. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending your right knee. Right toes go nice and high towards the sky. This time your right shin bone's going to come in between your arms. We're going to hover, hold with a long spine. Send it back. Inhale. Exhale, hover and hold. And back. So rather than a tiger curl, you're coming through to a high plank. And press it back. Hands up underneath those shoulders. Let's go for 2 more. Exhale, forward. And back. Last one, leave your knee in between your arms. Knee lifts up towards the ceiling. Let's go for 4, for 3. Last 2, send it back. Look between your hands, step your right foot through. And then present lunge. Reach both arms up. We take a lunge down. Lean forward, lifting that back leg. Take a lunge down. Lean forward, lifting that back leg. We can always pop our toes down on the floor if we want to lean forward. And take a lunge down. Popping that weight forward and down. Otherwise, trying our balance here. Grounding down through that front foot as we lift and lower. Let's go for 4 more like this. For 3, think about hugging your navel up towards your spine. Last 2. Last one, leave it forward. Take 5 pulses through standing leg. For 5. For 4, squaring those hips off. For 3. Last 2. Last one, staying down here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come to floor, kick back. Find your high plank. Take your knee pulse in towards the chest. Go right, go left. So keeping those hands under the shoulders, keeping your hips nice and low. 6, for 5, 4, for 3, 2, hips to sky, down dog. Little pad through those legs for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending your left knee this time. Left toes go high to the sky. Left shin bone comes in between hover and hold with a long spine. Inhale back. Exhale, hover, hold, and back. Think about exhaling forward. Inhale to stretch back. Let's go for 3 more like this. Last two, shin bones parallel towards the floor. Last time, hover and hold. Knee lifts up towards the ceiling. Squeeze those abs for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Send it back behind you. Lift between your hands. Step the left foot through. Crescent lunge, other side. Take a lower down. Leaning forward, lifting that back leg. We take a lower and a lift. So let's ground down through our front foot. Soft bend through that knee. Lower and lengthen. Remember, we can always pop our toes down towards the floor and just pop our weight forward and backwards. Let's go for 3 more, just wherever we are. Last 2. Last one, let's stay forward. Take those pulses through the standing leg. Let's go for 5, for 4, square off those hips. For 3, last 2. Last one, stay down here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to floor, kick back. Find your mountain climber. This time we're going to pick up the pace. Let's run it in. Back and neck high to ceiling. Let's jog it out for 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's sit back, find the child's pose. Knees are wide, toes are touching. Inhale. Let's press that left hand under the right, so thread it through. Breathing into the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Pop your right hand underneath the left. And then bring it all the way through. Let's come into our arm work here. So coming into some press ups down here on the mat. So we can have a touch pelvis along the spine, just readjusting my tights. We're going to lower down for 2, exhale, press back up for 2. Inhale, lower, exhale, press away. So fingers are facing towards each other, back of neck is high to the ceiling. And we're just lowering down for 2, pressing up. Chest is in between those arms, elbows out wide to the side. And if we'd like to try a couple of 4 press-ups, we're going to squeeze the toes, lift the legs, lower down for 2, exhale, press away. Inhale, lower, exhale, press. Think about the back of neck high to ceiling, still hugging the navel towards the spine. Let's go for 4 more. And lift for 3, last 2, last one, hold halfway. Let's take tiny baby pulses back up for 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing all the back front in that child's pose once more. And then palms facing towards the ceiling as you inhale. And then let's sit our legs through, so crossing our ankles, scoot our bottoms forward to the center of the mat. Fingers facing towards the toes, wrapping those arms back behind us for some tricep dips. So feet are firmly planted on the floor, feet hip distance apart. Let's lower down, exhale, press away. So elbows are going back directly behind you as you lower and lift. Think about chest leading up towards the sky as you lower and lift. Just warming up through this motion before we lift the hips up and lower down. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, last 2. We're going to lift those hips up. Lower down, so soft bend through the elbows, just lift the hips up and down, just the hips are moving. Lift up, lower down. Keep a soft bend through your elbows, keep the weight back if you can. 4 more. For 3, last 2, last one, lift and hold, tricep dip down and up. Hips moving with those elbows, bend right from the elbows. For 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, last one, lift and hold, all the weight goes back. Soft bend through the elbows, lift your hips up, a little bit higher, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Scoop the bottom all the way back. Great work. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, float your hands forward towards your toes. Again, inhale, lift. Grow nice and tall. Exhale, shoot energy forward. 1 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, shoot the energy forward. And then crossing our ankles, popping our hands out in front, kicking back, find your high plank. Shift your hips up towards the sky, find a down facing dog. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take your right hand to the outside of your left shin and then bring it forward. Left hand to the outside of the right shin and forward. For your cross planks, lift and forward. As you exhale, inhale forward. We've got 6 more like this. For 5, last 4, for 3, keeping shoulders over those wrists. Last 2, last 1 here. Take a nice big lift up off your hips to sky and slowly walk your hands towards your feet. Slow bend through both legs. And then as you rip and roll, let's grab a hold of our 1 kilo hand weights. 1 hand weight in each hand, rolling all the way up to standing position. Just turning towards me, putting 1 hand weight in each hand. We're going to start in a parallel position. So roll your shoulders back and down, big inhale. Reach your arms up to your goalpost arms. We're going to take a little lift up and lower down. Lift an inch, drop an inch. So think about your elbows just softening out to the side, ever so slightly, lift and lower. Lift and lower. So it's tiny movement, lift and lower. Press and lengthen. Think about your elbows in line with your shoulders. Lift and drop, press and lower. 8 more like this, for 7, 6, activate through those arms, for 5, last 4, for 3, 2, we're going to squeeze them together on 1, let's squeeze, release, So again, it's really small movements as you squeeze, release. Think about activating through those arms and try and squash them in between the weights. Squeeze, release, for 8, for 7, 6, press, for 5, we're going to put it all together, for 4, for 3, last 2, put it all together. Let's lift, lower, squeeze, release. Lift, lower, squeeze, release. Keep it nice and small. Navel's hugging up towards your spine. Shoulders are back and down. Nice. Let's go for 5 more. For 4, keep breathing here. Soft bend through those knees. Last 2. Last 1. Let's pinkies go out wide. Pinkies are touching. Pinkies are wide. Pinkies are touching. Think about really opening out through those arms. And your elbows are still in line with your shoulders. Press it out and in. Soften up through those fingers. Exhale and inhale. Let's go for 5 more. For 4. For 3, you can always drop the weights at any time. Last 2. Last 1, let's fold them forward, lift them up, flip them down and lift. Getting into the rotator cuff here as you lower and lift. Thinking about that spine nice and straight. Let's go for 4 more. For 3. Last 2. Last 1, let's put it all together. Bring them in, open wide, flip and lift. Together, open, flip and lift. Again, together, open, flip and lift. We've got 4 more like this. Keep your elbows lifted. For 3, open, flip and lift. Last 2, open, flip and lift. Last 1, let's open it up. Take little pulses up towards the ceiling. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, for 5, keep pulsing, 4, for 3, 2 and 1. Bring your arms all the way down towards the floor. We're taking your right leg back behind you. So left leg is forward, right leg is back. I might turn this way so you can see me. Squeeze your elbows in towards your waist and extend them long behind you. From here, we're going to bend it in and extend. So think about all that weight over that left leg, knee tracks over your second toe, and your right heel is lifted at the back. Bend, extend. Take a bend, extend. You've got a lovely long spine, open to that chest. Roll your shoulders back and down. Exhale, inhale forward. Let's go for 5 more like this. For 4. For 3, keep the weight forward. Last 2. Last 1, lean it back behind you, little tiny pulses up. Pinkies leading towards the ceiling. Let's go 8, 7, 6, for 5. Last 4. For 3, 2, lift and hold. We're going to squeeze into the midline. Release. Take a squeeze. Release. If you'd like to try lifting your back toe just off the mat, point that toe. Release. 5 more. For 4. For 3. Last 2, we're going to put it all together. Last 1. Lift, lower, squeeze, release. Lift, lower, squeeze, release for 4 more. For 3, keep breathing here. Last 2. Last 1, bring that right knee all the way through. Make a big beach ball out in front of your body. Just hold it here. For 3. For 2 and 1. Fold over arabesque. That right leg goes up behind you. Weights come down towards the floor. We can now stay here or take little tiny pulses over that standing leg. Let's go for 6. For 5. 4. For 3. Last 2. And 1. Lowering all the way down with control. Pop your feet back together. Roll your shoulders back and down. Let's come into a wide second position. Inhale, let's reach the arms up and then press them down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, let's lower. As you stretch those arms out wide to the side, think about your tailbone going down towards the floor. As you lower and lift. So we don't want to stick our bottoms out this time. As you lower and lift. Shoulders back and down, thumbs leading up towards the ceiling. For 4 more. For 3. Last 2. Last 1 is pulses down here. Pulsing through those legs. Keep your arms lifted. For 6. 5. 4. For 3. 2, hold it down here. We're going to bend those arms in towards the ears, extend them long. Bend, extend. Can you resist as you go out? So bend, resist. Bend, resist. 4 more. For 3. Last 2. Last 1, we're going to pop them forward like we did before, lift them up. Stretch them down and lift. Flip and reach. Keep your elbows lifted in line with your shoulders, just those palms are going down towards the floor. 4 more. For 3, then chest press forward. Last 2. Last 1. Both weights forward. Get lower through the legs and lift. Lower and lift. Think about that big row. Bending deeply through those legs and lift. Take it forward and reach. Keep your elbows lifted. Hug your navel towards your spine. Breathing for 4 more. For 3. So good. Keep going. Last 2. Last one. Lift it all the way up. Lift your arms up. Sculpt your elbows to waist and lift. Sculpt and lift. Imagine you're squashing something underneath those armpits as you bring them in and lift. Lovely wide second position. 4 more. For 3. Last 2. Last one, coming all the way down. Toe your feet towards each other. This time we're going to send your left leg back behind you. Right leg forward, left leg back, same thing. We're going to bend it back and in. Tricep kick back and in. We're going to turn towards the side so you can see as we extend and bend. So the opposite leg is behind you this time. Right leg is forward and all that weight is over that right leg. Press and bend. Lovely long spine here. And press back. Inhale forward. Let's think about that lovely line from your heel right towards the crown of your head. And you're zipping up those high-waisted jeans, navel towards spine. 4 more. For 3 with control. Last 2. Last one, lift and hold. Tiny pulses up and up. Pinkies leading up towards the ceiling. All that weight's forward. Watch your shoulders. Keep them rolled back and down. Chest is open. Let's go for 5, 4, for 3. Last 2. Lift and hold. We're going to take a little lift off your back leg as we lift and down. Squeeze, release. Squeeze to midline, release. Squeeze, release. Just keep your back leg lifted as you squeeze, release. Let's squeeze them together for 6, for 5, 4, for 3. Last 2, then you're all together. Lift, lower, squeeze, release. Lift, lower, squeeze, release. You can always pop your back leg down towards the floor if you like. For 4, for 3. Last 2. Last one, let's bring your left leg in between your arms and your arms are coming out to the big beach ball position out in front of your body. We're just holding here for 4, 3, 2, fold over arabesque. Left leg goes up behind you, all that weight's forward. Now you can stay here, squaring your hips off or just pulse it down over that front leg. Let's roll your shoulders back. We've got 5, for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Weights come all the way down towards the floor. Kicking back, find your high plank position. Feet as wide as the mat. You're going to bring your right weight towards your left shoulder and down for your shoulder taps with your weights and lower. Lift and lower. Try to move around too much through your spine, keeping everything else nice and steady. Always drop into those knees if you need to, and lower. Lift and lower. We've got 6 more. For 5, keep breathing. For 4, for 3, last 2. Last one, just holding it up here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Let's pop the weights just to one side. Sitting back into your child's pose, take a big inhale. Same thing, let's wrap that left arm underneath the right, threading it through. And then pressing over to the other side. Right is threading underneath that left. And then coming forward, let's roll that weight forward, find your 4-point kneel. And then tucking your toes, send your hips up towards the sky. Find a pad through those legs as you bend the right knee. Left for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're lifting both heels. We're going to round roll forward. Find your high plank. Lowering all the way down towards the floor. Coming down to your knees if you need to. Otherwise, take your chaturanga down. Take a nice big inhale. Lifting up, find your up dog. And as you exhale over those toes, find your down dog. And then slowly walk your hands towards your feet. Rolling through those wrists. Lift your right hand up high to sky. Big inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, lift the left. And down. Bending through both legs. And take a nice big exhale as you roll all the way up to standing. Take a big inhale, reaching those arms up. As you exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale with a halfway lift, step back, find your 4-plank position. Shift forward on your toes. Again, lowering all the way down to your knees if you need to, or chaturanga down towards the floor. Inhale, lifting up. And as you exhale, find your down dog. Let's come into our thigh work. So bending the right knee, right toes are going to go high towards the ceiling. Look between your hands, step your right leg through. Coming all the way up to a 90-90 lunge. We're going to lower down for 2, lifting up for 2. Lower down and lift. Roll your shoulders back and down, making some right angles with those legs. So knee tracks over your second toe out in front. Lower and lift. Driving your back knee down towards the floor for 4 more. For 3, smiling. Last 2. Last one, fingers down towards the toes, up high to the sky. Lower and lengthen. You think about where your weight is straight to the center of your body as you lift and lower. 4 more. 4, 3, last 2. Last one, we're going to hover and hold down, little pulses down and down. So we've got driving that back knee down towards the floor. Roll your shoulders back and down. Breathing for 4, for 3. Last 2, we're going to stay nice and low. We're going to lift that weight forwards, lengthen that back leg, and then we're going to lunge down. Just lengthen that back leg and down. So think about looking over the balcony edge and lower. That front leg is staying bent the whole time. Think about that lovely straight back. As we press forward, bend deeply down. 4 more like this. For 3, hug your navel to spine. Last 2 here. Last one, keep it forward. Put your hands out in front. We're lifting that left leg up and down. Little lift up and down. Can you squeeze that glute as you lift and lower? Lift and lower. You can feel it through the standing leg as well. That's totally fine. Normal. For 4. For 3. Last 2, we're going to add that pulse to the standing leg. Last one, let's pulse to lift and down. Pulse to lift and down. So really try and drive force through the standing leg to lift that back leg. Squaring off those hips if you can. 4 more. Nice. For 3, keep going. Last 2. Last one, holding it down here. We're just bending that supporting leg and extend. Bend, extend, get nice and deep for 4 more. Whoa. For 3, shoulders back and down. Last 2. Last one, let's turn out to big wide second position. Inhale, reach both arms up, upper palms touch, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, down. So heels are opposite, toes are 10 and 2. Let's go for 4 more. Big stretches overhead, 4, 3. Last 2. Last one, let's hold it down here. Arms out to wide second. I'm just going to pulse through those legs. Pulse it down and down. We accent on that down. Roll your shoulders back and down. Tailbones facing down towards that floor. Let's go for 5, 4, for 3, last 2, and 1, stay low. Let's lift your right heel, drop. Lift your left and drop. So just lifting one heel and then the other. Let's lift your right, lower, lift your left and down. 4 more like this. For 3, last 2, last one. Let's lift your right heel, take little pulses down, still through the center of your body. Let's watch where that weight is. Press and press. For 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Can you switch change? Let's go straight to the left leg. Left and down. Let's go for 4, for 3, 2, switch change 1 more time each side. Let's go down for 4, 3, 2, and change. So good. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can you lift both heels up? Drop the heels, lift the heels. Just drop the heels and lift the heels. Roll your shoulders back and down. Let's go 4 more. For 3, last 2. Last one, lift and hold. Maybe bring your hands all the way up towards the 5th. And then lower down an inch, hold it. Lower 1 more inch, hold it. Coming 1 more down if you can, holding it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So good. Turning back towards your right leg, hands come down towards the floor. Kick back, find your down facing dog. Take a pad through those legs for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bend your left knee, left toes go high to the sky. Same thing other side. Look between your hands, let your left leg through. Rolling yourself into your 90-90 lunge. Hands on your hips, lower down and lifting up. So same thing on the other side. As you lower and lengthen. Shoulders back and down as you press and bend through those legs. Making those right angles. Breathing here as you lower and lift. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, adding those arms. Last 2. Last one, fingers down towards the toes, up high to the sky. Lower and lengthen. Just watching where that weight is, straight through the center of your body as you lower and lift. Shoulders back and down. Get nice and low through the legs. Let's go for 4 more. Then we're going to hold and pulse. For 3, last 2. Last one, hover and hold. Little pulses down here. Driving your back knee down towards the floor. Let's go for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Let's look over that balcony edge. So just lengthening that back leg and then bend it down. Lengthening back leg and bend. So we really think about pressing that weight forward and back. Press it forward and back. Stay really bent through that standing leg. Let's press forward and back. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, keeping a nice long spine. Last 2. Last one, lift it and hold it forward. Lifting your back leg just off the mat, a little lift and lower. Squaring off those hips if you can. Roll your shoulders back and down. Little lift and lower. Try and squeeze that right glute as you lift and lower. And then think about maybe pressing your shoulders down as far as you can. Let's go for 4 more. Keep that weight forward. For 3, then adding that pulse to a standing leg. Last 2, last 1. Let's add a little pulse to lift and lower. Pulse to lift and lower. Really drive force through your standing leg. Push the floor away. 5 more like this. For 4, for 3, you can feel it through that standing leg. Last 2, last one. Let's lift and hold. Standing legs, bend, extend, bend, extend. Keep that weight forward. Keep your back leg lifted if you can. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, so good. Last 2, last one. Staying down here. Bring your hands down towards the floor. Kicking back, find your mountain climber. Drive right and left, right and left. Maybe crossing the mountain this time. Let's bring your right to your left, left to your right. And if you'd like to jog it in, let's go for 8, 7, 6, for 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit it back, find your child's pose. Knees are wide, toes are touching. Take a big inhale here. And exhale, let that breath go. And then crossing our ankles, let's send our legs through. Shimmy your bottom forward to the center of the mat. I'm going to come down into some glute work, so glute bridge. So lifting your arms out nice and low in front, scoop them around through your spine as you lower down towards the floor, hands come either side. We're going to bring your right leg up to tabletop position, and keep your left heel close towards your left bottom. From here, we're going to lift up and lower down. Lift it off the floor and tap it down. Lift and lower. So really think about driving force to that left heel to lift and lower. Lift it up, drop it down, press and down. Shoulders are back and down towards the mat. And we're keeping that shin bone parallel towards the ceiling and lower. We've got 8 more like this. For 7, really press it up. For 6, thrust your hips up. For 5, last 4, for 3, 2, we're going to hold, take tiny pulses up and up. Really drive force through that left heel. 6, for 5, last 4, for 3, 2, lift and hold, lengthen that right leg out long in front. Tap it down towards the floor, lift it up towards the ceiling. Tap it down for 2, lifting up for 2. Tap down for 2, lifting up for 2. Keep your hips lifted off the floor if you can. Let's go for 4 more and down. For 3, keeping nice and square through that pelvis. Last 2. Last one, you can lift and hold. Tiny pulse up. Try and pop the balloon with your toe. All that weight through that left heel. For 6, 5, 4, for 3, last 2. Hold it up here. Get a little bit higher for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way back down. Let's bring your knees in towards the chest. Have a gentle rock from side to side. Maybe drawing a little circle around. And then reversing that circle. And then popping your right heel nice and close towards your bottom. Same thing other side. Bring your left leg up to tabletop position. Hands down by your side, squaring yourself off. We're going to lift your hips up and down. Press it up and down. So all the weight through that right heel. Press and lower. Lift and lower. Shoulders are back and down as you lift and lower. Try and think about your pelvis nice and square as you press all the weight through your heel. For 6 more. For 5, last 4, for 3, last 2, keep going, last one, lift and hold, tiny pulses up and up, all that weight's driving through that right heel as you press and press. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, for 3, last 2, lift and hold, lengthen that left leg out nice and long, lower it down towards the floor, lift it up towards the ceiling, lower down for 2, lengthening up for 2, lower down for 2, lifting up for 2. Keep your hips off the floor. So making sure that heel is pressed nice and closely towards your bottom. Let's go for 4 more and down. For 3, lots of control with this one. Last 2, shoulders down towards the mat. Last one, you lift and hold. The pulse is up and up. Try and pop the balloon with that toe. Lifting up and up. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, for 3, 2, lift and hold, get a little bit higher, just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So good. Bring those knees in towards your chest. Again, maybe draw some little circles around in one direction, and then the other direction. Let's bring them all the way around. And let's bring those knees in towards those chest and send your legs up to high towards the ceiling. We're going to take behind your right leg and then take behind your left leg. We're going to take a little switch from side to side. So going into some abs to finish off the class here. Press and press. We can always bend your knees in towards your chest, or you can put your head down towards the floor. So really try and pull your shoulders off if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge as you lift and lift. Switch and switch. Maybe even getting a little hammy stretch at the same time. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Lift both legs up high towards the sky. Gentle pulses up towards your toes. Lifting up and up. Try and really press up towards your toes. Popping one hand behind your head if it's straining through your neck at all. And then switching over towards the other side. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bring your knees in towards your chest. Take a double leg stretch. Reach your arms nice and long, circle them round, tap it through. Lift and tap. Lift it overhead, tap it through. Inhale and then exhale to squeeze. Inhale to stretch, exhale to squeeze. Press and squeeze it in. Lifting long, squeeze it in. 5 more like this. For 4, for 3, last 2. Last one coming into your tabletop position. Taking your toe tap down. As you exhale, tap your right toe down towards the floor. Inhale, center. Exhale, tap your left. And inhale, center. Think about your lower back pressing down towards the floor. And we're just tapping one toe down towards the floor. Exhale, center. So making sure that those knees are over those hips as you come back to center, and they're not too far in towards your chest. Let's go for 6 more like this. For 5. Last 4, pressing our hands down towards the mat. For 3, we're going to try extending your leg a little bit longer this time. Last 2, last 1. Let's extend the leg out towards the ceiling and then bend it in. Extend and bend. Now we can always go back to the toe taps if we like, otherwise extend and bend. Let's go for 5 more. For 4, then maybe try both together. For 3, last 2, last one. Let's engage through that core. We can extend them long and bend them in. Extend and bend. Just watching not changing shape through your tummy at all. And if you are, just go back to your toe taps, or you can go back to your lengthening one leg at a time. Press and bend. If you'd like to add on here, bring your hands just out in front of you, in front of the ceiling. And as you take your legs out, bring your hands out to your T, lifting it in. Extend and bend. Press and bend. Watching those shoulders are pressed firmly down towards the floor. 5 more. For 4, for 3, breathing here. Last 2, last one, finding those bicycle abs, hands behind your head. Take your opposite knee to opposite elbow, stretching nice and long, press and press. Think about your inner thigh coming towards your bicep, rather than just turning, lifting it up and up. Press and press. So good. Let's go for 8. For 7, nice and slow. For 6, for 5, keep going. For 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Hugging those knees in towards the chest. Have a rock up to a seated position, crossing your ankles, putting your hands out in front, kicking back, finding your high plank position. From here, we're going to come down straight onto your lower forearms. We're going to take your alternating knee lifts down towards the floor. Knee taps right, left. Go right and left. So pressing through the floor, lifting out through your shoulders. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold. Both hips over to right side, lift it up and over towards the left. Hip rocks to right, salsa hips over towards the left. Keeping that weight lifting, hugging your navel to spine. 5 more. For 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Let's come onto your right forearm. Lift that left arm nice and high towards the ceiling. Coming down to your right leg if you like. Then bring your hand down towards your elbow, lifting yourself back up again. Lowering down, lifting up. So making sure that shoulder is right over that elbow. And we're lifting up through our sideways, getting in towards those obliques. Lower and lift. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, we're almost at the end of the class. Last 2. Last one, let's lift and hold. pulses up towards the ceiling. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, for 3, last 2, lift and hold, and then maybe lifting that top leg up, hovering, hold for 4, 3, 2, for adding on, taking that arm overhead, bring it towards your knee, and extend. Bend it in, extend, just for 4 more, for 3, last 2, and 1. All the way down towards our tummies. Take a nice big inhale, lifting your chest up. And as you exhale, down it comes. So nice. Inhale, lift. And as you exhale, down we come. And then coming on towards the other forearm, left forearm. So I'm just going to do a little switcheroos and facing you. Lifting all the way up. Take that top arm nice and high. And then bring it down towards your left elbow. Lifting up and down. Again, we can come down to our lower leg as we lift and lower. Think about lifting up through that side waist. As you press and bend, chest is open, breathing here. Shoulder over that elbow. For 4 more. For 3, nice. Last 2. Last one, lift and hold, tiny hip lifts up. Let's lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Let's go for 5, 4, for 3, last 2, lift and hold. Maybe lifting that top leg up just as an option. Just holding for 4, 3, 2, arm goes overhead. Bring your elbow towards your knee and extend. Pull it in, extend. Let's go for 4 more. For 3, nice work. Last 2, last one, lift and hold. So good, just rolling onto our tummy. Let's take that nice up dog, or little baby cobra, just stretching up. Inhale, exhale down. 1 more, inhale. And as you exhale, coming all the way down. Pressing onto your knees, hips go up to sky, find a down facing dog, take a pad through those legs, bend in the right knee, bend in the left, for 4, 3, 2, let's bend your right knee, right toes go nice and high towards the ceiling. And then just looking between your hands, step your right foot through, reach your right arm high towards the sky, big inhale here, sinking low to those legs, looking up at the right hand, circle the right hand back behind you, pop it to the inside of that right foot, toe the right foot towards the right side of the mat, and then maybe coming down to your lower forearms, find a nice stretch, or just staying up here on your hands. Big inhale here, and as you exhale, let that breath go. And then press into your right hand, press into your left hand, let's toe that foot towards your left hand. And then put your shin bone in between your arms, take a nice big inhale, lift the chest up to ceiling. And as you exhale, folding your arms out in front, making that wide V. Folding one forearm on top of the other, just allow your head to come down. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, let the breath slow and steady leave your body. Press into your right hand, let's press into your left hand. Tuck your left toe, straighten left leg. Simply stopping sides. So take your right leg back behind you, shin your hips up to sky. Maybe take a little pad through your legs for 4, 3, 2, bending your left knee this time. Left toes go high to the sky. Look between your hands, step your left foot through, reach that left arm high towards the ceiling. Big stretch up. Sinking low to the legs, looking up at your left hand. Circle your left arm back behind you. Plant the inside of your left foot. Turn your left foot towards the left side of your mat, drop your right knee. Same thing, maybe staying up here on your hands or coming down to your lower forearms. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, just allow that breath to leave your body. Relaxing through your shoulders. And just breathing into the stretch. And press into that left hand. Press into the right hand, toe heel that left foot towards your right hand. Shin bone comes in between your arms. Take a nice big inhale, lift the chest up to ceiling. And as you exhale, folding forward, making a wide V, one forearm on top of the other. Pressing that forehead down towards the floor. Taking some nice big deep breaths, inhaling. As you exhale, slow and steady, let that breath go. One more full breath, inhale. And exhale, let that breath go. And then just comes all the way down. Right arm goes up and over. One more, both sides. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Anchoring the sit bones, left hand down, right arm up and over. Interlace those hands behind your back, take hands for inhale. Lift your chest up to ceiling as you lift your arms. And then slowly bring your hands in front of your body, interlace your fingers, press your palms away, allow your head to come in between your hands. Inhale, lifting up to ceiling. And as you exhale, circle your hands around. Find your heart center. And opening your eyes. You are done. Thank you so much for joining me.